Hello there, this is Joy Jumper, and today I'm going to show you something I made. This is a clock, so I'm going to turn it on, and it counts up. There. This is seconds. The pulse, the clock ticks every second, because one tick in Minecraft is a 20th of a second. So you see right there, it went from 59 back to 0, because that's how clocks work. Let me show you what's behind here. So these are instant redstone, just because it's a bit of a long distance, so I decided I'd put those in there just to reduce the amount of time it took from the on to off. There's 5 full delay repeaters here, and that makes 20 ticks, which makes 1 second. And this goes into this block. The 3 buttons over there were on, off, and add. So add comes over here, kind of comes over here, and it goes over here. So if the clock is like off, then you can just add one, add one, add one, add one. That's a weird glitch. So this right here is something that I made, I kind of just came up with. This is just a memory cell here, and then a torch there sends the power over here to this torch, to the sticky piston, and then it starts up. So it's pretty much a way that you can turn off and on. So see, now it turns off, and then if I go over here and press this button, it powers up just for a while, and then the torch goes, or the torch stays on for a while, and then it goes off. So that allows for a delay. So right here, this is a synchronous decade 4-bit counter. There's 4 bits here, these 4, and it pretty much all this redstone here is just kind of to make it so that so I'll just walk through it. So right here, the output goes up here, out this way, and goes through here, and this is most of the time off. So then it activates the second bit. So this is basically, each bit is itself a jk-flipflop. A jk-flipflop is pretty much a t-flip-flop, except it has, like, it can have certain parameters to whether it's on and off. So with these powered on, then it won't toggle anymore. It'll just stay what it is. So currently, this will always toggle every time that happens. So you see, every time it pulses, right over there, this turns on and off. That's because there's nothing to turn it off. I just got this this jk-flip-flop design from the Minecraft wiki, but as far as I can tell how it works, this here is a edge detector, which means it can tell if when a pulse is happening, whether it's rising or falling. And then it goes over here, and I'm assuming this is supposed to be like a memory cell, except it goes back in to do stuff. And then because when these torches are on, it'll stay. This wire is constantly on. Then it's not going to change the output. So. So this is the 2 value. This bit is the 2 value, and this bit's the 1 value. So when both of them, so this is the 1 value line, and this is, where is it? Okay, so the 1 value line comes, this splits it, and then it goes around there into this AND gate, and this 2 value comes over here. So when both 1 and 2 are on, they'll activate this 3rd bit, and this is the 4 bit, because when you have 1 and 2, the value would be, if you can add them up, they would be 3, and then next thing you want on is the 4, and then each of these would turn off. So then this thing will toggle. So if you look at it, this goes, now, lagging. Okay, so this one's on, then this one's on, and then that one turns on, and then they both turn off, and this one goes, and this one changes. And then this output joins up with, because when both of these are on, it'll activate this torch, and then that wire comes over here and adds up with this, so that when all 3 of these first bits are on, it'll go to this next, the 4th bit, and it comes back here. Now, because if I didn't have what made it a decade counter, it would count up from 0 to 15. So what happens is this output goes back over here to make sure that this one does not change once, because that one is 8 and this is a 1. So when both of these are on, then you want it to go back to everything being off. So that means, because normally when this one then changes, this one will be open. So that means you want this torch to be on so that this can't change. And then it just cycles back around. So that's pretty much the synchronous counter, and that's pretty. It just takes a while to build, and then you'll yeah. This right here is this section here is called the decoder. So on the top layer here is the binary counting. So if you look at these two, only one of them is on at a time. These two, only one of them is supposed to be on at a time. I'm getting a bit of lag because of fraps. And then out of these two, only one's on at a time, and these two, only one's on at a time. So because this one changes, this will change the output every single time. You have the 1, 2, 1, or you have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, sort of, and then you have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Over here you have 1, 0, and 1. And it ends off here because this is, if you count up the torches, there's 10 torches. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although what it actually is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this one, because it's the 4-bit, it changes, or it's the 8-bit, sorry. The 8-bit, it changes every 8 torches, except the last bunch are cut off. So, because this distance is too long, I have to have this repeater down here, but it doesn't change any syncing timing issues, because these torches then, these lines here, would be affected by the delay. But when they activate the bottom row, they're not affected by this delay, while all the rest of them are. So that's why it doesn't do that. So the first layer is binary. Second layer is the decade system. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or 9. It stops at 9. So only one of these is going to be off at a time. And it's just going to cycle through down like that. And then in the bottom section is the 7-segment display lines. So each of these leads to these 7 segments. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and I'm just using, I just decided to use pistons. I didn't really like how lamps did. It was kind of hard to tell, and I mean, it's kind of still hard to tell with pistons in my current layout, but best I could do. So each 4 pistons here is connected to the same wire and then brought down here. So down here I have some signs that show. So this one is the 0 value. For 0, every single, if you think about it, every single segment is lit up except for the one that's in the middle, the center, which is the middle right here. I have these that say. So this is the it's kind of the up left, so over that way. It's, I don't know, I think I did it from this perspective. So it's the up left, yeah. So then these are the right side, and then these are the 3 middles, the bottom, the middle, and the top. So, so then for 1, you'll notice, so this is the 1 value. Everything here is off except for this one side, because when you get to a 1, that's all you want on. So yeah, that's pretty much the decoder. So what's different, so this is the first digit. This is all needed from pretty much here over is the first digit. So the second digit here would be the tens place. So the reason why I had called it a synchronous 4-bit counter is because they all get the clock pulse at the same time. And this makes it so that because another setup would be having one t-flip-flop, and then it leads to the next t-flip-flop, which leads to the next t-flip-flop, which leads to the next, and then it just does it like that. But with this, you have each one set up. And then if, that happens from time to time. But because Redstone can't travel forever, I have to have these repeaters. So this one, so they all have about the same value of repeaters. And then because I don't want it to be, if I did that, then it would last, the input pulse will last longer, so then sometimes that matters, so I just double up, because then the pulse lasts for the same amount of time for each one. Okay, so basically, when you have the 1 value and the 8 value at the same time, you want them to then, so that's the 1 value coming over here, and this is the 8 value, so this would then be 9. So the next thing you want to happen, or wait, where? Or maybe it's over here. Oh yeah, I brought it over here. Sorry. So this is the 1 value coming out here, and the 8 value is coming on this line, and it comes to this thing, because this is actually Q bar, which basically means the inverse of Q, because you'll see whenever I'll change one that's happening more often. So this side is alternating this side, and what I could do instead of having this where it torch right there. I just thought of something that actually changes a bit of lag, because I'm gonna fix that, because to make this actually synced up more, it would have to be like this, because the torch add one tick up of lag. So now it should be more synced up. Because I was having issues every time I log off and then come back on. Someone's been messing with my Redstone, so I don't know. It, like, sometimes it works, and then I have to fix it, and then it works better again. But like at one point, I started having this really weird where it's like the wrong things would be showing up, and I gotten it down to something where it was like just lag here. So I just added those in, and then it seemed to fix it. But it might be that it's because I needed that. I don't know. So, well, yeah, let's fix it. Okay, anyways, back to what I was explaining. So this, the Q bar then goes in here. So that's why this AND gate doesn't have an extra torch, because it's just already inversed. So then it comes out here, goes over here, down here. So this pretty much means whenever this has finished, these 4 first bits have finished a cycle, this will turn on. So it first activates this first bit here. So this will be the first bit of the tens digit. Then when the first bit is on, and this has a pulse as well, so they come to this AND gate, and it activates with another, because this is how you reset back to 0 after getting to 5. So this one, this AND, and it goes down here and it activates that. I think currently on this display is probably a 5, because this one's on. So it comes down here and then comes to this one. And this one has its output go over here and combines with this first thing, the 1 plus when these things have finished the cycle. So it combines with that, so that 1 plus this 2 equals the 3, which equals to the 4 bit. This is the 4 bit. The third bit in this section is the 4 bit. So it comes over here, and then because it needs to reset itself after doing like 1 pulse, it comes over here, combines with the 1 bit again. So that when both of these are on, it's a 5, and then it comes over here, and then this pulse is from the the first cycle. So then when all 3 of these are on, though I guess actually what I could do is, instead of having this line here, instead of having that, yeah, never mind. Because this is pretty much in essence what these 2 torches are doing, but it doesn't really matter. It works. So then those things come over here, and because I don't need to go up to 8 and 9, that's why there's only 6 on the top. Over here there's 8. So over here, and then there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then more torches to get to the 7th segment, which then, because I built the first thing, and then I built the second one, so it's kind of off. But then it links over here, and then this works. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.